NYRA Bets is the best play in online horse racing and betting. Bet from anywhere, anytime using your computer or mobile device. Earn valuable reward points on bets. Play in our exclusive promotions. Sign up now, NYRABets.com.
Less than a week out from the start of Breeders' Cup 2017. Mike Welch here at Del Mar with the Daily Racing Form. Breeders' Cup Clocker Report brought to you by NYRA Bets. You could be eligible for a $1,000 sign-up bonus with NYRA Bets. Go to NYRABets.com for more details. Well, a busier day again today as action continues to pick up here at Del Mar, the site of the 2017 Breeders' Cup. First year here ever at Del Mar, and horses are beginning to assemble here now. Early in the week when I got here, kind of quiet, but I got to see more and more new faces out there this morning. Mike Maker horses are here. I saw an Ian Wilkes horse on the track, a George Weaver horse out late, and plenty of others starting to move into the site of this year's Breeders' Cup. But we had 9 workers this morning, 2 before the break, 7 after the renovation break, and I thought the best move I saw of the entire morning was Free Drop Billy for trainer Dale Romans, the juvenile contender. He had a big work over at Santa Anita last week prior to shipping here to Del Mar, and he was good again this morning. 5/8 in a minute and 4/5 with Tammy Fox aboard. Wasn't the fastest of the Breeders' Cup worker times today, but just visually, I liked the way he did it. Did it as easy as can be. Continued out 6 furlongs. Officially got a 6 furlong work in 14-2. I really thought it was a gallop out into the turn, but he continued with good energy nonetheless without being asked at all. So Free Drop Billy obviously coming into the juvenile in peak form. Now Hollywood Star, his stablemate, who's also looked good here all week to me. Trainer Dale Romans experimented a little bit this morning, put blinkers on the horse. He's never run in blinkers. I'm guessing he's never worked in blinkers before, and I don't think the blinkers are going to stay on. He just was not very impressive in this move. Tammy had to urge him along early just to get into the work, and then did not have much left at the finish either. Galloped out, no gallop out, actually in 17 and change. So we're going to think the blinker experiment is over as far as Hollywood Star is concerned. I thought arguably the best work after the break this morning was Paradise Wood. Free Drop Billy actually worked earlier around 6:45. Paradise Woods, she and her stablemate Avenge both worked 5/8 and 59-4. Of the two, visually I like Paradise Woods better. Went very, very easily. Finished up nicely, galloped out willingly enough with Flavian Pratt aboard. Avenge, who is a turf horse, working on the dirt. Same time, but he was a little bit more keen early. Went 35 to the top of the stretch. Changed leads a bit late, not until the 8th pole. Got a little tired looking at the end of the work, but to her credit, she did pick it up after the wire and actually had a pretty decent gallop out. So a good day for the Mandela horses. Again, nitpicking here, but I preferred Paradise Woods a little better. The fastest work of the morning was turned in, as one might expect, by Sharp Azteca. He's a fast horse. He's a fast workhorse. Went 58-2 with Paco Lopez aboard, but he had to really be asked along to finish. From the 8th pole home, Paco was throwing the reins at him and clucking to him to get him to finish up, and the gallop out just okay. 112-2. Shop Azteca also got a little bit warm this morning. Now, we've had some warm afternoons here, but this morning very pleasant in the low 60s, so I was a little surprised to see that from Shop Azteca. His stablemate War Story has not been looking all that sharp in the morning in routine gallops, but this morning in his work, once he got rolling, he looked pretty good. Actually, of the two, I preferred him a little bit more. He went 5 furlongs, also zipped along in 58-4. Finished up in 23 and change, and did it a lot easier than Sharp Azteca did, and then was strong in the gallop out, 112-2. He worked in his Breeders' Cup Classic towel. His first preference is to the turf, although the way he worked on the main track today, maybe George Navarro will decide to try him in the Classic. Either way, he's between a rock and a hard place. It looks like he's overmatched on paper in both spots, but he did look good today. On the main track, also Encumbered, who's going to run on the turf. She went an easy half mile, 49-3. She was the one horse without a Breeders' Cup towel on there this morning to breeze today. But she looked okay, just a maintenance move, galloped out in 103. Earlier this morning, Tell Your Mama, 6 furlongs in typical Bob Hess style from the 5.5 pole in company, broke off behind her mate, finished up in front. The mate did pass her a little bit on the gallop out. I had 6 furlongs in 14, up 7/8 in 128 and 3. And the final work of this morning was the Tabulator. The Tabulator, who comes off a terrific work prior to arriving here, not so terrific this morning. He got very, very hot, even hotter than Sharp Azteca. He looked like he lost his focus a little bit. He had his head cocked, maybe just a little bit curious to the new surroundings, but still didn't have a lot of zip. Finished in, went in 36 and change. No gallop out at all, a half mile in 51. So again, I don't get to see this horse regularly. I'm not sure what to make of him getting warm like that, but would have preferred to see a little bit more out of him this morning. One other horse I have to mention today for a second day in a row is just how good a late looked. I mean, she's just been terrific. She's just been a picture of health out there on the racetrack. I said it yesterday. I'm saying it again today. She looks like she's sitting on the race of her life today and coming up next week. And to me, she might be the right one in a very competitive Breeders' Cup distaff. Well, we're going to get even busier tomorrow. The turf course is going to open for works for the first time on Sunday, and we have a slew of them scheduled. One of the ones I'm really looking forward to see, a couple of them, are Catholic Boy, who's looked so good here for trainer Jonathan Thomas. He's going in the juvenile turf. And Lady Aurelia, who's also made a good impression here this week. She might be the favorite in the Breeders' Cup turf sprint. She's also scheduled to work tomorrow. And we'll be here tomorrow and the rest of the week with what is, in my mind, the best coverage for Breeders' Cup 2017. And you can see it and read all about it at DRF.com.